S-T-R-O. Yeah.
How many of y'all came to win?
Oh, they asking my name, huh?
You ready?
S-T-R-O. I ain't come to play with you.
Yeah.
Life challenging.
All right, Coach, we are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. A moment ago, here was the scene, the Falcons coming out from their tunnel to the roar of all the folks here in Atlanta. We're ready for football as these Falcons get set to match up with the Jacksonville Jaguars. The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. Play clock down to 2, and we get a signal and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
44 to Mike. 44 to Mike. Let's go. Let's get this ball back for the offense. Let's go. He's coming.
Here's the second-year back from Southern Miss, Ito Smith. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's second down. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 28-yard line.
Down. Popo to Mike. Mike's Popo. Pick me up. Check.
Here's Ryan to throw. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Well, he kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
Got it. 44 to Mike. 44 to Mike. What is that?
On 3rd down, Ryan. And that will be incomplete.
And 3rd down is a key down in any game you play. And 3rd down defense, something we got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And this punt goes out of bounds, and it'll be marked inside the 40.
1st and 10 at their own 36-yard line.
Very good starting field position for the Jaguars offense as they come up 1st and 10. They go with Leonard Fournette, 3rd-year back from LSU. And he's got it up over the 40 to the 41. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
From the 41, Foles. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away, and now it's 3rd. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. They'll set up to throw. The open man is Shark. It's complete. It's a gain of 20 and picking up the first.
It's a gain of 20.
Here we go.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 34. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. He has just been a load for opposing offenses to account for. Now 8 interceptions on the year.
I love that number because I always think of center field. You know, when I hear 8, because that's the position you write in the scorecard in baseball. And what do good center fielders do? Take away all the alleys, right? They range deep and make a whole lot of great catches.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
And the judge does a nice job there of navigating and picking up some yardage. Remember, no Tevin Coleman in the backfield, so he's moved up in the pecking order, getting a lot of playing time for these Atlanta Falcons.
Bravo! Gun!
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Ryan. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Calais Campbell in there to bring him down, and that is sack number 17 for him now on the year. So the sack pushes him back, and now 3rd and long for Ryan and the Falcons.
Hey, watch it! Hey, South! 21! Ready to go!
Out of the gun, it's Ryan. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
Well, how about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves and maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
A big run by the big man Fournette. Give him 58 yards on the ground. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a 1st down in the red zone. Now Leonard Fournette. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. The defense showing some anger after giving up the big play. This time they'll lose 1 or 2. On 2nd and 11 now. Foles. He'll get that to DeValve, the tight end. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he was unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. He'll look to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. 1st quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
They're going to be stopped up on this 1st down run. He might have gotten back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
2nd and 10 at the 4-yard line.
Ready! Mike Fofo. Slam!
On 2nd down, here's Smith. And a short gain here as he gets it up only to about the 6. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Vision is so important for the man in the middle because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it, that's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
Down, ready, I'm here all day.
And now the Jags defense deciding to call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And on 3rd and 8, defensively, they're going to beef up the secondary. 6 defensive backs. Get him down up past the 15. It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the first.
But when we go back to our conversation with the defensive coordinator, that type of a play was not a surprise to him. He expected trickery in this game, yet somehow his defense, they still took the cheese and got caught in the mousetrap.
Got it. 44 is the mic. 11. Watch the run.
Hey, exit.
Switch gears.
Base.
In the rep. Let's go right here.
They snap it at 1. Now Ryan. Caught by Sanu. And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy. It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the first.
Check right. 20.
A first down carry for Smith, and able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. We're scoreless after 1. Back now in Atlanta's second quarter action. The Falcons with the football as they are looking at a 2nd down and 6 coming up. On 2nd down now, it's Smith, and he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. That one a first down pickup of 8. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the shotgun, Ryan. That's complete to Smith, and he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. It's a gain of 16, first down Falcons.
And Smith was a little bit of a surprise in 2018. Got unexpected playing time due to the absence of Devontae Freeman. Took full advantage of it. Had 27 catches out of the backfield last season. There's another one this year.
They'll run on first down. It's Smith. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the Jaguars' 41-yard line.
Got it. Here comes to me, it's me.
From the 41, Ryan. Oh, it's intercepted. He was trying to get it to Ridley. A.J. Boye with a pick. Thought he had the pick. Flag comes in for PI, so cancel it out.
Interference. Oh, a killer for them. Thought they had a nice play. Instead, they'll be marching off yardage against them.
A first chance in the red zone for the Falcons now. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 17. Now Ito Smith. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Telvin Smith that time there to make the play.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Mike, 44. 11. Rap. 44 is the mic.
80 weapon.
Check.
On 2nd down, it's Smith. Down he goes at the 10 with a solid pickup of 8.
That was a good run, probably right on the edge of breaking into something really big. So the defensive guys right now are talking about, okay, what can we do to slow him down before he truly gets started?
44 is the mic. All right, here we go. Let's go, D, let's go. All right, let's get there. Check 30. Motion. Folk follows the mic. Mic it up.
This is Smith. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on third.
I get the thought process. Third and short, give it to the fullback, let him bulldoze his way. But that means you're counting on your offensive line to win a lot of scrimmage, aren't you?
Yeah, and there was just a mass of bodies there at the line. Looked like more defenders than offensive guys. Winds up losing yardage. Been a bit of a dogfight thus far into the second quarter now, and we do have our first points, a field goal.
Yeah, a lot of people say, wow, first action on the scoreboard, about time. To me, the action's been right there on the field, trying to figure out who could gain an advantage, gain some field position, finally get points on the board. I'm loving this kind of game.
It feels like kickers might play a big role in this one.
Yes, make sure you give them the respect they deserve. They could cost you a game or win you one.
Foles and the Jags come up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Keanu Neal. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December.
Of giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
Down. Ready. 280. Bang, 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 bang. 51, Sam. You got tape. Ready to go.
On first down, Smith. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
25. That's it, baby.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
On 2nd down now, it's Smith, and he won't get much. Maybe a couple. Down inside the 35 to the 34.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker.
Check. Hey, wait. Back.
The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. Now the Jags with 5 in the secondary now on 3rd down.
Quarterback, D-line. Get that quarterback, D-line. D-line, get that. Hey, express. Hey, South. Gun. Give me that ball.
From the gun, it's Ryan. That one caught by Gibson. And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24. His first catch, good for 9 and a first down.
Hey, Tuesday. 44 to Mike. Check. Hey, Steve 6. 21. 25 today.
On 1st and 10, it's Ryan. Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Miles Jack. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. And pretty nice work defensively there on the first down run as they hold him to a gain of a couple. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. Second quarter, 2 minutes remain, 3-0 our score. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. He's picked off at his own 46. Well, Charles, he's thrown 5 picks in a game before, and right now, after that one, he's standing on number 4.
And right now, your defensive coordinator is asking the offensive coordinator, can you do anything to slow this down? Because my guys have to keep running back out on the field, so play calling may come into it a little bit, maybe run the ball a little bit more, but a lot of it depends on the scoreboard. They may have to keep throwing it.
He will push his way down to about the 14. The tackle will be credited to Jake Ryan. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Pick it up. 39. Switch. Alert flare.
Now the former Oregon man. This is Kenyon Barner. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5. Here's Ryan going out. Oh, he tried to pitch it, and the ball's loose. I'll call it luck or skill, whatever the case is. They're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. I mean, they don't care if it was luck or skill. Boy, the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground, whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you retain possession, that's all you're looking for.
The bottom line, tremendous starting field position, really squandered there as they wind up going backwards and then come up with just 3.
Well, getting the 3 turned out to be important. I can imagine the head coach when he ordered the field goal. Please salvage something out of this drive. That was not fun to watch.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Inside of a minute left in the half. Does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do or, I guess, don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that we're going to trust to take care of the ball? If that's the case, I might push it a little bit here and try and get something before the half runs out.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. I hate to sound really negative, but at this point, an incomplete pass, almost a moral victory that it's not picked off.
Well, you may hate to sound negative, but that was negative.
It was very negative, I know, but all these first half interceptions, it's been tough to watch.
Yeah, couldn't find a silver lining in this one. Much more like lead.
Got an open man, Keelan Cole. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 32-yard line. So a couple of field goals, that's all we've been able to muster through 2 quarters of play. 6-0 is our count at the break. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Falcons back to receive. They've got the lead, and they'll get this football as the second half gets underway. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally because they
pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. Tack McKinley has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Foles. He completes it to Westbrook. They'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for 3rd down.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. He's got the hook up to Lee. Right about 20 yards on the pickup. Officially, they'll say it's going to go for 19.
Here we go. 54. Mike 54. I hope you got your left. 12.
Here's Foles. And nearly another interception. They've been around the ball all game.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 41-yard line.
And a Jaguar first down.
Be alert.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. They'll run with Fournette. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 10 yards there, good enough for a Jags first down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They keep it with Fournette on first down. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
Second and 10. At the Falcons' 31-yard line.
Throwing on second down. Foles. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. Foles now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. First and 10. On the run, it's Fournette. And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be second and 8.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, of course.
And he'll take this one in for a Jags touchdown. Nick Foles taking it in as his guys can now take the lead with the extra point. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And they take the lead here at 7-6. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
Let's go. 26-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it first and 10.
Check it out, read. 54, Seth. Buzz. Ready to go.
Now Ryan on first down. This is brought in by Gibson.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves them with a very manageable second and 1.
Sponge. No. Deuce.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. Julio Jones once again the intended target, and it's third and short. They'll try and run for it with Smith, and he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Just a gain of a couple, but good enough to keep the drive rolling. So from the 36 now, first and 10.
36-yard line.
44, Mike, 44.
From the gun, Ryan. He's airing it out for Sanu. And that's caught inside the 35. And he'll get this way down into Jacksonville territory. It's a big play there for Atlanta. And even 50 yards.
First and 10 at the 14-yard line.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on first and 10. They'll run on first down. It's Smith. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more.
The tackle made by Jake Ryan. No gain on the play. Brings up second and 10 at the 13-yard line.
Rush in. Check 24.
Again, it's Smith. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
A field goal would get them the lead, but that's not what they're shooting for as they come up on third down. Operating from the gun, Ryan. he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17.
That's what I'm talking about. Sacks all day, baby.
1 quarter remains here in Week 16. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The kick by Bryant is good. And they jump back in front here. It's 9-7. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
At their own 29-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. This is Fournette. And this is going to be back-to-back tackles for a loss here as the Falcons defense yet again drops him behind the line. And for the Falcons, 5 men in the secondary now on 3rd. Now Foles. That one complete. He finds Sharp. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A Jacksonville first down on a pickup of 17. Foles now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Fournette. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to 3rd down. The good run on 1st down followed up by a not-so-good run on 2nd down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on 3rd down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
54 Mike. And here we go. Watch the pass. Watch the pass.
13. They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. And he's got his tight end, Oliver. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. Give him 7 yards on the play as they do pick up the 3rd down conversion. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Fournette, a first down carry. Up from his linebacker spot, Deion Jones making the play.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Let's make these babies cry on the way back home. Let's make these babies cry on the way back home.
From the 27, Foles. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Grady Jarrett in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year.
3rd and long.
Well, Foles and the Jags now have to deal with a 3rd and long after that sack. Now Fournette. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to 4th down.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And they take the lead here by a point, 10-9. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now, seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
They'll be going for 6. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
Matt Ryan trying to lead the Falcons from behind. Last year in 16 starts, just 1 fourth-quarter comeback for the QB. Throwing now, Ryan on first down. And his throw here's incomplete. The intended target was Calvin Ridley, but it's going to be 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. From the shotgun, they run with Smith. Fourth quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight 1-point game. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
51. Got it.
To throw on 3rd down, Ryan. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down.
Partner, you absolutely cannot take a sack in that situation. Now, it's also 4th down.
1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Hey, bye. Go.
Mike, 44. Watch the curl. 44 to Mike.
Got it. Get up.
They'll try and throw for him with Ryan. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Yannick Ngakoue. And now possession's going to go over with a football at the 20-yard line.
Oh, yeah, I'm coming.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. They'll run it again with Fournette. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. The Falcons going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with 65 seconds remaining. The Jaguars on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 7.
Let's bring it.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Falcons going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. From the right hash, it's a 35-yard attempt. The kick by Lambeau is good. And the lead grows to 4. It's 13-9. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They're down here in a one-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Well, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
51, Sam! 51, Sam! Space. Motion.
Ryan to throw. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. The Falcons on 3rd down. They've converted a third of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This is 3rd and 10.
58. Got it. Banjo.
Throwing now is Ryan. Jones has it. And he's going to come up a bit short. He needed to get to the 35 for the first, but he only makes it to the 34. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down. 4th down. Here's Ryan. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Jags take over in terrific field position. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Down to a knee for the Jags. Victory seemingly in hand. So this will be a win for Jacksonville. And you've got to say, CD, it was the defense who had a big part in the W.
Oh, without question. When you force 4 turnovers, you get to enjoy the spoils of victory, don't you? It's rare that you force 4 turnovers and lose a ball game. That's almost unheard of. They carried this one home. You talk about celebrating with each other and being in a position where going forward, all you think about is, let's get 5 next time. They're going to be on the hunt.
So for the Jaguars, it's a big win here as they move to 11-4 now in the year. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for